Namine Namah Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Pasyatya Deshatarine Jaya Jaya Gaura Chane Arati Kasho Bhagavad Kiba Jaya Jaya Gaura Chande Arati Kasho Bhagiva Jaya Janavitavane Jagamana Lobhaja Janavitavane Jagamana Lobhaja Dakini Tai Chan Mame Gadadhara Daki Nikateya Dvaita Shrini Vasachatra Dharanika Boshi Ache Gaurachan Ratna Singhasana Kiba Boshi Arati Korena Brahma Adideva Gane Arati Korena Brahma Adideva Gane Nara Hari Adi Kori Chamara Dhulai Nara Sanjaya Mukunda Basu घोषयादि गाय शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे बाजे करटा लगी बस शंका मधुरा मृदंग बाजे परमरसाला मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर गौरांगेरा रति काले मधुर 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 बाजे गौरांगेरा रति काले मधुर शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंका बाजे घंटा बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे शंका हे मधुर 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 बाजे मधुर 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 बाजे गौरा हरिब 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 अनिताय गौर हरिब 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 बाहो कोटि चंद्राजिनी वदनयुजाला बाहो गला देशे बनमाला करे झाला माला गला दे शिवा शुका नारदा प्रेमे गदा गदा किवा भक्ति विनोद देखे गौरार संपादा जया जय गौरा चांदे आरती कसो बागी बजाया ओ जाना विताचवानी जगमानलो बाधा हे जाह्नवी तटवने जगमानलो बाजा हे गौराङ्गेर रतिक शोभा जगजनेर मनलोभा गौरा जगजनेर मनलोभा जगजन मनलोभा जाह्नवी तटवने जगजन मनलोभा जाह्नवी तटवने जगजन मनल गौराङ्गेर रतिक शोभा जगजन मनलोभा गौरा गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल निताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय निताई गौरांग 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 निताई गौरांग जय निताई गौरांग बोल जय सच्चिनंदन जय गौर हरि जय सच्चिनंदन जय सच्चिनंदन जय गौर हरि सचिमत प्राणदान नदिया बिहारी प्राणदान नदिया बिहारी सचिमत प्राणदान जय गौर हरि जय निताय 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 गौरांग निताय 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 गौरांग जय निताय 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 गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग निताय गौरांग जय जय निताय गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग निताय जय निताय गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग बोलो निताय 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 गौरांग निताय जय निताय 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 गौरांग 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 जय निताय गौरांग जय निताय गौरांग निताय हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय राधा माधवा जय कुंज बिहारी जय गोपी जनवाला भा जय गिरिवरधारी जय गिरिवरधारी गोपी जनवाला भा जय गिरिवरधारी जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन यशोदनंदन यशोदनंदन ब्रज जन रंजन जय यमुना तीरवनचारी राधा कुंज बिहारी जय यमुना तीरवनचारी राधा कुंज बिहारी ओ जय यमुना तीरवनचारी जय कुंज बिहारी ओ जय जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी हे जय राधा माधव जय कुंज बिहारी जय जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ 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 जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय जगन्नाथ स्वामी जय जगन्नाथ जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा जय बलदेव जय सुभद्रा ओ जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव जय राधा माधव ओ जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी जय राधा माधव ओ जय राधा माधव कुंज बिहारी गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय 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 गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय 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 राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय राधा रमण राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय हे गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय 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 गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय 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 राधा रमण हरि गोविंद जय जय गोविंद जय जय गोपाल जय जय गोविंद जय राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद जय राधे 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 गोविंद राधे 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 गोविंद जय निताई 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 गौरंग 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 ए हरि बोल हरि बोल ए हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ए हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल ए हरि बोल 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 ए हरि बोल हरि बोल ए हरि बोल हरि बोल ए हरि बोल 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 गौरा हरि बोल ताई गौरा हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय निताई को सुन्नर निताई को सुन्नर ताई को सुन्नर जय निताई को सुन्नर ओ जय जगन्नाथ बलदेव जय सुभद्रा देवी ओ जय राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधे गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल गौर हरि बोल निताई गौर हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल हरि बोल जय जय प्रभुपाद 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 जय प्रभुपाद जय जय गुरुदेव 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 बोलो निताय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल
जय विष्णुपाद परम परिव्राजक राष्ट्रदर्शी श्रीमद हे जीवन ऐसे भक्ति वेदांत स्वामी शल्पपाद महाराज की जय जय ओम नित्य लीला प्रशास्त्र भक्ति सिद्धांत सरासर सागर प्रभुपाद महाराज की जय गौर के सुधा बाबा जी महाराज की जय सच्चिदानंद भक्ति ठाकुर की जय श्री जगन्नाथ बाबा जी महाराज की जय षडगो स्वामी की जय अनंत कोटि वैष्णविंद की जय नामाचार्य हरिदास ठाकुर की जय प्रेम से गो जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर शिवासति गौर भक्त वृंद की जय जय श्री श्री राधा कृष्ण गोप गोविंद श्याम कुंड राधा कुंड गिरी गोधन के जय श्री नवदीप माय धाम के जय मथुरा नशु द्वारका पुरुष अयोध्या धाम के जय पुरुषोत्तम क्षेत्र श्री जगन्नाथपुरी धाम के जय भगवान जगन्नाथ बलदेव सुभद्रा देव के जय श्री श्री राधा माधव जी के जय श्री श्री निताई कुलना श्री श्री निताई गौर सुंदर के जय गंगा माँ यमुना में के जय वृंददेव भक्त देव के जय हरिनाम संकृत यज्ञ के जय हरे कृष्ण महामंत्र के जय इस्कान बाल्टी उमर यात्रा की जय निताय गौर प्रेमानंदे हरि हरि बोल All glories are submitted with Hare Krishna. All glories are submitted with Hare Krishna. All glories are submitted with Hare Krishna. All glory of Shri Chukunan Gauranga. All glory to Prabhupada. नमस्ते नरसिंहाय प्रह्लाद दाहिने हिरण्याकाशे पूर्वाक्षा हिरण्याकाशे शिलटाङ्कानखालाये शिलटां हितो न सिंह परतो न सिंहाय yato yato yami tato nasimha yato bahe nasimha radaye nasimha nasimha radaye bahe nasimha radaye nasimha bahe nasimha radaye bahe nasimha radaye nasimha bahe nasimha radaye Narasimha madi sharana prapadena Narasimha madi sharana prapadena Tava kara kamala barinaka Adbhuta Singha Dalita Hiranyakashipu Tanubhinga Keshavadita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Narasimhadev Jagashipu Tanubhinga Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Keshavadhita Narahari Rupa Hare Jai Jagadisha Hare Jaya Nasimha Jaya Jaya Nasimha Jaya Nasimha Jaya Jaya Nasimha Jaya Nasimha Jaya Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Lakshmi Narasimha Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj, Jaya Prahlad Maharaj. Sarva Vigna Vinasha Lakshmi Bhagwan ki Prahlad Maharaj ki jai. Nitai Gaur Premanande Hari Hari Bol.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So we welcome everyone to New Kalinganam, Baltimore, the abode of Lord Jagannath Subhadramai, Nitai Gaur Sundar, and Shri Radha Madhav. First of all, I'd like to thank you, Pujaris, for dressing deities so beautifully. You can loud Haribol for them, please. Today we are very fortunate that our extended congregation, all the way from New York, are here. And I think led by His Grace Vrindavan Vijay Prabhu, and they all cooked the feast today. So I'd like to, I'd like to thank you, Pavan Prabhu, Usha Mataji, Sameer Prabhu, Swati Mataji, Sanjeev Prabhu, Sunita Mataji, Vishal Prabhu, Komal Mataji, Amit Prabhu, Deepika Mataji, Snehal Mataji, and Manju Mataji, and of course led by Vrindavan Vijay Prabhu. So it'll be wonderful prasadam. Please pray to Lord Jagannath. This is the first time they're cooking here, and they were done in 3 hours. It was so fast, first time. So you have to take lessons from them. So.
Provide your feedback. Provide your feedback so that next time you get a good food.
But we have a special. I was there, and just like your roti maker machine, there's a puri maker machine, Mataji. She was putting her puris like that. Was amazing. It was like going like that. I said, wow, this is really top class. So I invited all of them for Rath Yatra. We can get thousands of puri just like that. So thank you so much. Yesterday we had a very nice program, disciple course program. It's called Disciple Course. This is the first time you did, and His Grace Prem Dham Prabhu led the course. It was a very wonderful program. Almost 15 devotees attended. Disciple course is a very important thing, and I think for a devotee's life, there are two things. First, he understands, or he or she understands, what is the role of Prabhupada in our mission, what is ISKCON, and how they can be completely surrendered in this mission itself. And especially somebody who wants to take initiation, disciple course is really good. Some people do online courses, and we have tried online courses, but I think the one in person is very, very effective. So depending on feedback, we heard a lot of good feedbacks. I think 3 in July, we'll do another program. But we'll keep a limited amount of attendees there, 15, 20. So once we send the message, if somebody's interested, please make sure you can register early so that we want to have quality, not quantity people for that one. So we have one sponsor today. Today, Swapna Mataji is sponsoring for Pavan Prabhu's birthday. So Pavan Prabhu is here. What do we do, guys? Hare Krishna to you. Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you, Hare Krishna to you. Haribo. They're very nice devotees. They used to be close by, now they drive all the way from Crofton just to be here, take devotee association and a lot of service. So thank you, Prabhus. Thank you so much. Upcoming programs, for those, we have Ram Navami celebration coming up in 2 weeks on the 10th. And I think we are trying to have a wonderful sannyasi here, His Holiness Navyogendra Swami. He may be coming here and giving his blessings. So it will be a wonderful program, and we are working on that program. We'll get you details for that. Tomorrow is Ekadashi. It's a very important Ekadashi. It's called Papmochan Ekadashi. Whoever fasts or steers for that gets rid of millions of lifetime of sins for that. So try to be austere, try to chant extra, and be sincere for that one. And of course, after that in May, we have a Rath Yatra, which is Memorial Day weekend. Please don't miss it out. This is the first post-COVID Memorial Day week Rath Yatra we're doing. Be really amazing program, so all of you are invited. And then in June, the last weekend of June, Saturday, we'll have our 50 years of ISKCON Baltimore and 5 years of installation of Shri Radha Madhav. So we're going to have an amazing program there. So please mark your calendars. Please be here because we want you here. With all of you, we are complete for that one. So thank you so much. Haribo. Now, without taking too much time, I'd like to invite my dear friend and wonderful devotee, His Grace Vrindan Vijay Prabhu. Haribo. Vrindan Prabhu doesn't need an introduction. I was very fortunate to know him like almost 12 years now. And at that time, he used to organize a Rath Yatra in Harrisburg. And what a wonderful Rath Yatra he used to organize. And what a wonderful coordinator. And get to know him. Now he moved close to our temple here. And he's a very wonderful devotee, senior disciple of Holy Jayapataka Maharaj. Very well educated. He's a professional. And you can see that how wonderfully he's running a very nice Bhakti Vriksha. So wonderful devotees. I was fortunate to meet all of them. And we are hoping that he keeps coming and giving us a guidance. Thank you, Prabhu. Very good.
Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Kunja Bihari जय गोपीजन वल्लभा गिरिवरधारी यशोदनंदन ब्रजजनी रंजन यमुना तीरावनचारी जय राधा माधवा कुंज बिहारी हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे कृष्ण हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे जय राधा माधव राधे जय राधा माधव राधे जय जगन्नाथ बलदेवा जय सुभद्रा जय नीताय गौर सुंदर गौरा नीताय जय गौरानीताय जय गौरानीताय जय गौरानीताय जय प्रभुपदा जगद्गुरु शिल प्रभुपदा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा जय गुरुदेवा हरि बोल निताय गौरा हरि बोल ओम अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुरुन्मीलितं येन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंदा हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे 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 कृष्णा. So today we are going to talk about Ram Navami is coming as Prabhuji has announced that on April 10th is Rama Navami. So topic suggested was let us prepare our consciousness for Rama Navami. So we'll talk about some qualities of Lord Ram. So that's the topic for today. And what do we learn from those qualities so that we can become a better devotee. Whatever the process we are following, we can become a better devotee and become more surrendered to the Lord. So I will talk about from the Valmiki Ramayana in a Balkand, first chapter, verse 2 to 4. There are 16 qualities of Lord Ram has been explained, described. So first verse describes out of those 16, the 6 qualities. So with the given time, we may not be able to complete all the qualities, but we have few more weeks to go. Maybe we can continue, but we'll see how much we can do. So this is the verse, Kanu asmin sampratam loke, guruvan kah chavirvan, dharmagya cha kritigya cha satyavakyo dhranavrataha. So those are the 6 qualities of Lord Ram. So this is when we are discussing, we are reading our scriptures, studying our scriptures, the effect is it cleanses our heart from those propensity of material enjoyment. When our heart is cleansed, and then we can be more firmly established in our devotional service, in our bhakti unto the Lord. So once Vaishampayan Muni, he was teaching or reciting, narrating Ramayana and Mahabharata to Janmejaya. Janmejaya was Parikshit Maharaj's son. And after narrating the whole Ramayana and Mahabharata, he asked Janmejaya, Vaishampayan Muni, what did you learn? What 4 things you learned from what I narrated to you? I said that 4 things what I have learned is dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Traigunya Vishya Veda. Right. So, but I have no interest in them. I have no interest in them. I just want you to sit in front of you and continue hearing the name, form, pastimes, and qualities of the Lord Ram and Krishna. That was the effect of hearing Ramayana and Mahabharata from Vaishampayan Muni. His heart got cleansed completely. And he had no desire to get engaged in dharma, artha, and kama. He just wanted to hear those pastimes. So that is the impact. When we read our shastras, our scriptures, it cleanses our heart. Cheto darpan marjanam. So when we talk about Lord Ram and Lord Krishna, they both have different rasas. It's not that no one is better than the other or this, we should not think it from that way. They both have different rasas. All the incarnations of God, they appear here for a different purpose. They have different rasa. Like Lord Krishna, if you see in Srimad Bhagavatam, the 47 chapters describe the pastimes of his childhood pastimes. But in Valmiki Ramayana, there are only 7 or 8 verses which describe the childhood pastimes of Lord Ram. We don't learn from the pastimes, childhood pastimes of Lord Ram. The Lord Ram has got his Maryada Purushottam. His Maryada Purushottam, that is his rasa, that is his bhava, that is the purpose of incarnation is different. Lord Krishna is Leela Purushottam. He came here to perform these pastimes. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is called Audarya Purushottam. He came from a different rasa. Narsingh Bhagwan is like, he has no childhood pastimes. He just appeared from the pillar and just did the direct surgery on Hiranyakashyap. Probably he was the more original gastroenteritic surgeon. So we learn from the words of Krishna, not from the example of Krishna, not from his leelas. We learn from the words of Krishna, Srimad Bhagavad Gita, and we learn from the example of Lord Ram. So both have, it's like when we are going to have prasadam. You may like the halwa very much, right? Most of us like halwa very much. But our plate is full of not only of halwa, we have all the items, right? We need to taste all the flavors, all the rasas. When you have dal also, we have chapati also, we have chawal also, we have sabji also, and then you have halwa also. If you like halwa too much, you may have more halwa. But it does not mean you eat only halwa. So same thing, all these pastimes, they have different rasa. So need to have this, that is Lord Ram's pastimes have different rasa, and Lord Krishna's pastimes have different rasas. So this verse talks about, from that background or introduction, this verse talks about the 6 qualities of Lord Ram. And the first quality is Gunwan. So Gunwan is a man of virtue. The Gunwan is the carrier of all the gunas, all the qualities which are appreciated by one and all. And the most important quality which has been described is Shaushilya. There's a word in Hindi called Shushil. It's a very common name in India also. So this is the Shushil is someone, the girls have the name Shushila. So Shushil and Shushila. So अगर किसी बहू का नाम सुशीला है तो she is supposed to be very obedient and gentle and listening to her mother-in-law and all those good qualities she should have. That's expected to have, right? Our qualities are not always based on our name, right? So this is, so that's Shaushilya. Shaushilya, that's the very important quality and Lord Ram has. The meaning of Shaushilya is, whenever he could, without discrimination, he could relate, he could connect with the people who had lower opulences than him. Let me explain it in a better way. So this is sometimes because of our pride, right? We all have some pride. So Kunti Maharani says in first canto, the 8th chapter, that's Janma Ashwara Shruti Shrivi, Edha Mano Mada Puman, Mada, pride, Janma, Ashwara, Shruti and Shri. Janma is birth in the high family. And Janma, Ashwara is all the opulences, your wealth. Shri, Shruti is qualification, education. If someone is very learned. Or the 4th is Shri is beauty. If someone is very beautiful. These 4 things, if someone has, or at least even if you have one of these 4 things, people have pride. This brings the pride. Edha mano madha puman. Madha is pride. Right? Is that not true? And then what happens? When we have that pride and arrogance, we don't want to talk to people who have less opulence than us. King will not sit with a beggar and eat lunch with him. It's very difficult. Right? If you are very scholarly, very qualified, you are a Brahmin background, you have got very big knowledge of Shastras, very difficult for you to get along or talk to or deal with or be friendly with a person who does not have that opulence or who is illiterate. But Lord Ram did not have this. He could connect, he could bring himself down to that level and connect with everyone. So that is called the quality of Shaushil. Prabhupada says even beggar is proud of his penny. And beggar is proud of his penny. So there were two beggars in Bombay, in Dadar Bridge. The two beggars, they are friends, they're talking to each other like. One beggar is asking the other beggar, I heard that you have fixed the marriage of your daughter. Yeah, that's true. So that's, what are you giving in dowry? He said, no, I have given to my son-in-law like this, I have given the whole Dadar bridge. He can sit anywhere and beg. So even beggar has a proud of his possessions, penny, or even, right? That's what Prabhupada says, and beggar has a proud of his penny. So this, Srila Prabhupada, like, if you see this is, so bringing yourself, like when Lord Ram has this quality of Shaushilya, the pastimes of Guha, that Nishad Raj Guha, when the Lord goes to, Lord Lakshman, Lord Ram, Lakshman and Sita, they wanted to cross the river, and the Guha Nishad Raj or Kevat, that pastimes, Ram was, his Guha asked him like, no, this is, so you cannot sit on my boat unless I wash your feet. Lord Ram said, why? He said, because the dust on your lotus feet is very, very powerful. It touched Ahilya, and it touched the stone, and the stone became Ahilya, became a woman. If your feet touches, if that dust touches my boat becomes a woman, how am I going to handle two wives? I have a hard time handling one wife, and you are giving me another wife like that. That's why I want to wash your feet. Or cleanse it from all the dirt and dust it has so that my boat remains safe. Lord Ram, he could understood that, but he is, for Ram, Guha was Lord Ram's friend. Our scriptures say they have friendly relationship. Lord Ram is the king of Ayodhya, Suravansha. He was son of Dasharath. He was prince. He was about to be coronated. He was the king of Ayodhya, and he could have that relationship with just a boatman. Nishad, they are very lower caste people like. And those days, you can imagine that this casteism was so strong. So this is Lord Ram. He could connect with Sugriv. He made all this Sugriv, his friend. All these monkeys, Vibhishan. When the Vibhishan came to Lord Ram, he accepted him. He accepted with its open hands. Not only accepted, coronated him like no. Even before the war started, before he killed the Ravana, he coronated Vibhishan, that you are the future king of Lanka. So you can see that this quality of Shaushilya in him like. He did not have this discrimination that I am the king, so I cannot sit with people who have less opulence than me like no. Even one of those opulences can make oneself proud. So that is Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, you see, when Sarvabhaum Bhattacharya, Prakashanand Saraswati make Jagai and Madhai, he even delivered them. So this is the quality. Srila Prabhupada has this quality, amazing. Srila Prabhupada, so one extreme, Srila Prabhupada had Ambarish Prabhu, the great grandson of Henry Ford. He could see at one extreme, and the other extreme, he could connect with anyone like who has no opulence. Once what happened, Srila Prabhupada sitting on a terrace of, in a Juhu temple, terrace of his quarters, that building. And one construction worker, he came, that was having just a towel, the gamucha, and having a turban, pagli, and he was completely soiled, and he had all this dirt and dust around him, and he had a flower in the hand. And he took that, he offered that, he put that flower at the Prabhupada's feet, and he went back. He did not ask him a single question. No words. Just put that flower, and he went back. Prabhupada was so touched. He had tears in his eyes. Tears in his eyes. So Prabhupada had this quality of Shaushilya. And what Prabhupada said, that with this flower, it's a small service, offering flower to me can touch my heart. Would it not touch Krishna's heart when we offer flower to him? That is what he said, Prabhupada. The selfless service is very, very important. Selfless service is very, very important. That construction worker did not want anything from Prabhupada. He just heard that this is a very elevated Sant or Swami, and he came and he offered the flower. So Prabhupada has this quality of Shaushilya. He could connect with people at any level. One time the Vishakha Devi, the Vishakha Mataji, she was recounting, the Prabhupada was telling her his struggles during the early days in America. And Prabhupada did not talk about his stay in New York, what all problems he had in New York. He was thrown out of the Bowery, his typewriter was stolen, and all those. He did not talk about any of those things. What he said, when he stayed in Pennsylvania, in Butler, Pennsylvania, with those Gopal and Sally, I had to keep my vegetables in the same refrigerator where they kept their meat. And he was crying. With tears in his eyes, he was saying that was his biggest point he brought up, like talking about his struggles during early days of the movement when he came here. But still, Gopal and Sally, that quality of Shaushil, he could come to their level and still deal with them like, he stayed there like, for a month or something, month and a half or something. So that quality of Shaushil, that Lord Ram, so this is called Gudavan. The second quality is Viryavan. So Gudavan, Viryavan. Viryavan is courageous valor, or Veer, or so that quality is because Lord Ram, he was trained by Vishwamitra on the military science, Ram and Lakshman, and he killed all these demons. The first demon Lord Ram killed was Talaka. So Talaka, she was a she demon. She came in the woman body. She was a she demon. And Lord Ram, he was hesitant. And Vishwamitra said, no, you kill her, and he killed. Talaka represents, our acharyas gave a commentary on that. And Talaka represents our avidya, the ignorance. Ignorance is the root cause of all the problems what we have. Ignorance of our identity. Then we identify with our body, and that gives all the trouble. So that ignorance, avidya. So Talaka represents that, avidya. So there was a preaching program in one of the medical colleges in Mumbai, and there is one boy, a student. So it's in the program in a medical college, and preacher is a doctor, and the students, all these members of that Bhakti Vriksha, they are also doctors. So one boy, he got very much interested in Bhagavad Gita. He showed lot of interest. He came and he was asking many questions. And he was going so fast that preacher told him, go a little slow, you're going too fast. In India, you know what happens? Whenever a young boy start going to temple, mother, father, they are scared. कल साधु बन जाएगा ये पक्का. तो बोलेंगे देखो ऐसा है, दूर दूर से दर्शन करो साधु के, नो प्रॉब्लम. लेकिन 6 फीट की दूरी बना के रखो कोरोना वाली अपनी, कि पास नहीं जाने का. If you go too close, then you will be infected. But knowledge destroys avidya. As long as you're ignorant, you will not think. So they are scared of his son or daughter getting that knowledge. So they say, ऊपर से करो, मंदिर में जाओ, थोड़ा कॉइन डालो, प्रसाद लो, फूल चढ़ाओ, वापस आ जाओ, बस इतना ही बहुत है. ज़्यादा अंदर नहीं घुसने का, डीप में नहीं जाने का उसको. अभी उसका टाइम नहीं है, बुढ़ापे में करना है सब. तो अभी भगवान से आशीर्वाद लो, अपना काम बनाओ. So this is what the parents are scared. So, but this boy, he said, no, Prabhuji, I went to my village, and my mother, she's not literate. But somehow she said that when you were in the womb, my womb, I got the Bhagavad Gita of Srila Prabhupada. And I could not understand much. I could read, but I did not understand much. But now you are attending those programs, you're going to temple, you're learning Bhagavad Gita, maybe you can explain it to me. So this investment, no investment is a bad investment in spirituality. It always it fructifies and comes back at a later date when the time is right. Right? Even if you little bit. So this is what happens So this mother became the devotee. The boy, mother was not a devotee. The boy started going to the programs and he learned Bhagavad Gita. He went and he explained and he made her mother a devotee, a bhakta. So that is the demon, the Subahu, the Talaka, and then Subhahu. The second demon what Lord Ram killed was Subhahu. So Subhahu represents our past sinful reactions. So our past sinful reactions, so there was a man and came to Prabhupada and he was talking in Hindi and he said, Prabhupada, Swami ji, aap kya bolte hain? Krishna bolte hain, paap chodo. So Prabhupada, he was quiet, he was listening, and then he said, Krishna never said paap chodo. Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita, dharma chodo. Sarva dharman parityajya mam ekam sharanam vraja. To give up all these false religions all this apara dharma, and just surrender unto me. That is what Krishna says. So this is Subahu represents our past sinful reactions. Lord Ram can kill if we surrender to the Lord Ram, surrender to the Lord Ram or Krishna. He can kill that, he can eradicate. When we surrender to him, we surrender to the holy names of the Lord, then he can eradicate all those past sinful reactions. Sarva dharman paritijya mam ekam sharanam aham tvam sarva papebhyo. Lord Krishna is promising in Bhagavad Gita, if you surrender unto me, I'll free you from all sinful reactions. Not from this life, from all the previous lifetimes You don't know how many lifetimes we have been going and coming back, taking birth and coming again and again here like. That is what he promises. So this is the third demon who Lord Ram killed was Marichi. So he did not kill Marichi, sorry, I said it wrong. He did not kill Marichi, but when he had that arrow called Bala, when he shot that arrow, the Marichi was flung away to 800 miles. He did not die, but he flew away to 800 miles, he was flung away, 800 miles. So Acharya say that Marichi represents the deviations when we adopt devotional service, when we come to bhakti over a period of time, our past conditionings, they keep on haunting us. We have accepted devotional service, we coming to the temple, but still we keep on remembering the past conditionings. Oh, like I used to like this, I used to like drinking, I used to like smoking, those things, those past conditions, they keep coming. So Marichi represents the deviations from your spiritual path, the deviation from devotional principles. And Lord Ram, when we surrender to the Lord, what happens? He did not kill Marichi. But he does, he can free you from those past conditionings. And how we do that? This is our habits. The definition of our habits is given by in Patanjali Yoga Sutra. The definition of our habits is the memories of the past pleasurable experiences. Those are our habits. So we have the impressions of those past experience or actions which gave us pleasure. So they keep on coming back. Even if we have taken a devotional path, they keep on coming back. So this is, how to get rid of them? Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur explains, we have to develop the bhakti memories. The devotional process is also collecting bhakti memories. When you come to the temple, when we dance, when we enjoy prasadam, when we take darshan of the deities, when we talk to other devotees, we make our relationships with other devotees, all that gives us a lot of pleasure. So those memories, they build up, and we have a lot of bhakti memories. So whenever we have those material conditionings keep coming to haunt us, to deviate us from the process we are following, then we should take shelter of those bhakti memories, the positive memories from our devotional life which has given you so much ananda, bliss, pleasure. So that is the process. And we take shelter of the Lord, take shelter of the holy name. So as the Lord, then we can easily get rid of those past conditioning which keep on coming to haunt us. Mahavishnu Swami, he was in London. He was in a hospital. He was getting treatment for something like that. He was in the hospital. And the nurse, when the nurse came to him, he is a sannyasi. Mahavishnu Swami is a sannyasi. And he told the nurse, like, don't touch me, don't come close to me, like, don't touch me, like. Why? Nurse was a Britisher. She did not understand. Because you are Maya. So she was shocked. She was a British nurse, Britisher, and she did not understand anything like that. So she asked, what is Maya? Maharaj was very humorous sometimes, very funny like. No? He'll say, the Maya is son of a rich brahmachari trying to drink water, drop of water in a mirage. That is Maya. She did not understand anything. First, brahmachari cannot be rich. If he is rich, brahmachari cannot have a son. and you're trying to drink water from mirage. There's no water in the mirage. So this nurse was completely confused. So finally, like the Maharaja asked her, like, what is your name? I said, then my name is Maya. So that was really, Maharaj was really funny. Like, sometimes he'll come, he'll say that, so someone asked him, Maharaj, you are getting very old, like, no, why you don't stay at one place? You keep on traveling, like, no, that's taxing your health. Maharaj said, they don't want me to stay at one place. They keep on telling me. Who keeps on telling you? He said, wherever I go, they say, Mahavishnu, go Swami, go Swami. So how can I stay there like, no? They keep on telling me, go Swami. Maharaj was very funny, like, no, this is... So this is, have you probably, we all remember the Tom and Jerry? We have seen all Tom and Jerry. Tom could never catch Jerry, right? Jerry the hero. You see, Tom could never catch Jerry. So one Jerry was talking to his friend, another mouse, and asking Jerry, what is the secret like now? Wow, how do you escape from Tom? You always escape from Tom, like he's never able to catch you. What is the secret? Jerry said, Tom runs for his food. I run for my life. Tom runs for his food. I run for my life. And that's why he's never able to catch me. And the Tom is like Maya. Tom is like Maya. Maya is Maya Duratya. Maya is very, very Duratya, very difficult to overcome. But if the devotee has taken the shelter of the lotus feet of the Lord, taken the shelter of the holy names of the Lord, then you become hero like Jerry. You're running for life. You're running from all this past conditioning, past sinful reactions, past habits like all this. But keep on, Maya can never ever catch you, like Tom could never catch Jerry. So that is the Tom and Jerry. So Maya is always like, no, this is trying to catch us. Like, there was one devotee of Lord Ram. He was coming to the temple, but he's a devotee of Ram, so he will never chant the Krishna. He chant Hare Krishna mantra, but not the first line. He'll chant only second line. Hare Rama, Hare Rama. He keep on chanting. He's chanting 16 rounds, but no first line, just second line only. Like. But he liked the association of the devotees. He was enjoying that association. He was enjoying dancing. He was enjoying kirtan. He was coming. So he's coming. So this is after 6 months or so. Then people once devotees saw him that he's chanting the full mantra, full Hare Krishna Maha mantra. So they asked him, "What happened? Like no, how did you change?" I said, "Yeah, you know, Prabhuji, what happens? Like no, now I think I'm hooked on to this dancing and kirtan. So if I have to spend my life with you, so better I should start doing what you all do." Like, so we started the full mantra. Like. So this is Viryavan. So Lord Ram has this quality of Viryavan. So he killed all these demons, and he is, when we surrender to him, he can kill all those demoniac tendencies in us. Like. So it's 5:50, I think. So we should, 10 minutes more? Okay. So this is, so I've been given 10 more minutes, so we can continue talking then. So third quality, what this verse talks about is Dharmagya. Dharmagya. So Lord Ram was Dharmagya. So Dharmagya, he followed his dharma. He knew the nuances, the subtle nuances of dharma. Lord Ram. When Lord Dashrath told him that he have to go to forest for 14 years, he did not blink. He did not say even one word. He said, so be it. And he came out from the chambers of Kaikai and Dashrath. The same face expression which when we went inside, when he came out, face expression was exactly same. To that Lord Ram, which was supposed to be coronated the next day. And all of a sudden he was told, you are going to forest for 14 years. He followed his dharma as a son, followed his dharma as a disciple. So when he went to Sita Swayambar, so Sita ji, so that Shiv Dhanush was Shiv Dhanush was so heavy and so strong that it is said that 8,000 able-bodied people used to push the cart on which that Dhanush was kept. 8,000 people. 8,000 able-bodied people with no backache, not Kali Yuga people. All Kali Yuga people have some backache like now. They're Treta Yuga. So they're all able-bodied, strong, sturdy people like now. And we know Treta Yuga people were like 10-footer. So they're like big. And it took 8,000 people to push that cart. And those 8,000 people, they'll push the cart for a while and they take rest for half an hour to catch up their breath. And that Dhanush, once Mother Sita, like she was 6 years old that time, she was just playing and she wanted to pluck some flowers from the tree. She took Dhanush like this to pluck the flowers from the tree. She picked up the Dhanush like this, which were 8,000 people were pushing that cart like now. So this is, Janak Maharaj was very much worried. He was worried what will happen, like how I'm going to get someone to marry her like now. He'll be crushed to powder like now when she hugs her. So then, when Vasishtha Muni, he took Ram and Lakshman to the Swayambar, and that time, the point I was trying to make, how Lord was, how he followed his dharma as a disciple. So Vasishtha Muni said, they were sitting in the Swayambar like, Ram's turn came and Vasishtha Muni said, Vats Ram, Dhanur Pasya. So he said, Vats Ram, Dhanur Pasya. Lord Ram, he picked up the Dhanush, he strung it and he broke it like now. So came back. So our acharyas make that commentary there. So that is, Vasishtha Muni said, Lord, Vats Ram Dhanur Pasya. Uska matlab kya hota hai, uska meaning kya hota hai? Just go and see. Pasya means see. He did not say to break the Dhanush like now. So, but Lord Ram was a first-class disciple who could understand the mood of his spiritual master. The first-class disciple is who could understand the mood of his spiritual master. He could understand the mood of his Vasishtha Muni, that is what Vasishtha Muni wants him to go and break the Dhanush. He broke it. A second-class disciple is, what will he do? He'll follow the order exact as it has been said. Vatsarama Dhanur Pasya. He will go and just see the Dhanush and come back. And they have third-class disciple. The third-class disciple will tell the Guruji, why don't you go? Why you're asking me? So that's a third-class disciple. Lord Ram, he was followed his dharma. He knew his dharma and then followed his dharma. And he was going to Vanvas, the forest. Vasishtha Muni said, you don't, please don't go. Lakshman said, don't go. Everyone said, don't go, but no. He said, no, that's my duty. I have to follow the orders of my father. So that is Lord Ram. So this is Dharmagna. So it's called Dharmagya. Sita is called Dharmacharini, and Lord Ram is called Dharmagya. Sita is called, only time Mother Sita chastised Lord Ram. Mother Sita chastised Lord Ram in Ramayana is when Ram was going to forest. And he said, Sita, that you don't have to come with me, like, you should not come, you should stay here, I'm going. And then Sita was like not happy and she chastised. And she said like, is that why my father Janak Maharaj has given me to you? I'm married to you. Are you a coward that you'll not be able to protect me in the forest from the animals and other Rakshasas and demons and all? Is that the reason why you don't want me to come with you? But she's called Sahadharmini because she chastised, but the reason for that mild chastisement was, behind that was a serving attitude. Because Mother Sita, she wanted to serve Lord Ram wherever he is and whatever form. She didn't want to enjoy all the comforts of the staying in the palace. She was ready to go to the forest with her husband so that she can serve her husband. So that is, there's a serving attitude behind it. You like it sometimes, like diabetic people, like, no, this is, उनका wife से बात होगी तो then when they are eating sweet, wife will tell them, well, it's like morning, so you've already eaten 2 gulab jamuns, why you're eating third one? Like, you should not eat, you are diabetic, right? So that chastisement, there is a love behind that chastisement. Chastisement is not always bad, like, there's love behind it, like, you like it, someone cares for you, someone loves you. You like it. All this mild chastisement also you like it. You don't get angry or upset like for that. So that is what Sita, that's why even after doing that, Sita is called Dharmacharini. So she followed the dharma, exactly her dharma. Ramayana is all about the tests, different tests in relationships. Lakshmana was misunderstood. Bharat was misunderstood. All this like Kekai, all this Dashrath, all these relationships like no. But see the trust in those relationships like no. Jai Sitaram, Sri Radha Madhav, Jagannath Baldev Subhadra Ramaya Nitai Gaur Sundar Bhagwan Ki Jai. So, तो the relationships are like sugar cane. गन्ने का जूस सबने पिया होगा इंडिया में, right? इंडिया में गन्ने के जूस में क्या करता है वो puts between those rollers 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, completely dry, still 4 times, 5 times, उसको 4 बार fold करके फिर डाल दिया, फिर भी जूस निकलता रहता. So that is kind of Ramayana relationships. It's always giving you that sweetness, whatever, however you churn them like no. However misunderstanding, everything is there, but it still keeps on giving that sweet nectar, the juice. That love between those relationships, the trust between those relationships. There are misunderstandings, but we still see ultimately everything falls in place like that love. So that is like a sugar cane. Like. So Prabhupada, Ram was also, there are so many qualities Lord Ram had. So I don't have time to go more qualities, but this is, we should, whenever you have time, you should go and read them, like, you know, they're wonderful qualities, and we should try by surrendering to Him, by surrendering to the holy names of the Lord, chanting the names of the Lord, slowly, slowly, we also start getting those qualities. So bhakta, ultimately, like from bhakti, is a very potent process. Like over a period of, we also start getting all those good qualities. Like, so we should try to consciously try to attain those qualities. Like, Sitaram Lakshman Hanuman ji ki jai. Hare Krishna. I'll stop here. Thank you.